I've seen a couple people like mention it, but not really discuss it a whole lot. This Ice Cube deal with the NFL. You know, Ice Cube, I guess, teamed up with Ice Cube and his partners. You know, they have a company called Contract with Black America Institute, and they teamed up with the NFL. And the NFL is supposedly giving him $100 million. Now, you know, when they talk about this $100 million deal, I don't know exactly how they will give that, if they're just straight up giving them $100 million or if they are going to work with them to split up $100 million between a bunch of different black businesses and causes. Honestly, I hope the NFL just gives them the money and lets them do further the mission of the contract with Black America. But I don't know. So essentially, a couple years ago, Ice Cube started this movement called Contract with Black America, and he wanted to meet with politicians and talk about a specific plan for black people in America, right? A plan specifically for black people in America. So he wanted to meet with Donald Trump and he wanted to meet with Joe Biden, both who were running for president at the time in 2020. I guess Trump agreed to meet with them, but Biden either ignored him or declined a meeting. So that was a big thing a couple years ago. A lot of people were discussing it. Some people was calling Ice Cube a sellout for meeting with Trump. Some people were saying, how could y'all call him a sellout? He's just trying to do the political work. You're supposed to meet with both sides. So, you know, it was a real polarizing thing. A lot of people talked about it. The jokesters joked about it, whatever. But I guess he didn't give up on it when Trump lost and Biden got in office. He didn't give up on it. He kept going. And I guess they shifted the focus a little bit to not just government, but they want to attack sports leagues, professional sports leagues, with who they say make a large percentage of their revenue off of black labor, which would be the athletes, right? And I guess the first target was the NFL because you have such a large percentage of black players and such little representation in executive positions and coaching. So they said, let's start with the NFL. So I think 100 million is a great number to get from just one organization. And according to Ice Cube, they want to take it up in the billions. They want to keep on getting money from the NFL. But they are going to go after what they said, every major sporting league that makes a significant amount of money with black labor. So they're going to hit up NBA, NFL, NCAA. Who else? I don't think MLB would be considered that because they don't have a large percentage of black American labor in the MLB. For sure, the NBA and the NFL and the NCAA, those are for sure targets. I think it's interesting, man. Y'all should check out contractwithblackamerica.us. They have their plan on there. You know, their plans are pretty good. They have this whole contract, a 41-page contract, things that they want to see. Things that they want to see happen, you know, people who they feel should be a part of it as far as financially responsible for helping out. You know, they talk about representation, lending reform, justice reform, constitutional amendments, police reform, entertainment reform. You know, they have sports initiatives. They have concerning black women, neo-reconstruction. I did think it was interesting, though, that they have a section specifically for concerning black women, concerns regarding black women, right? But they don't have the same for black men. I'm assuming when you do something like that, it makes it seem like Contract with Black America as a whole is for black men and not black people, because you have a subsection specifically for black women. So it's almost like, oh yeah, we won't forget y'all. So that's a little bit weird to me. I hope that they explain that. I don't remember anybody explaining that to me or explaining that anywhere. Okay? Because I would, you know, you don't really want black women to feel left out. If you give them this little subsection, it kind of feels like it's just an afterthought that they added in there so that they wouldn't get backlash. You know what I'm saying? Or like they added, because black women were included in all the other stuff. So it's like they added them in there to kind of pander to hope that they would promote it more, because a lot of black women were the most critical of the Contract with Black America when it first went public, when they were meeting with Trump. So, you know, when they were talking about how black men are the weakest link in the voting because, you know, more black men voted for Republicans than black women did, even though both groups voted Democrat at over 80%. It makes no sense, but whatever. We talked about that on the last podcast. Y'all can go back and check that out. But I think I'm honestly, when I first read the news, I thought Cube had taken some hush money. Like when I seen the headline at first, I thought Cube took some hush money, man, and I was about to come in here and bash shit and all that type of stuff. But then I had to read into it, and I realized that this was just the start, and they are coming for a lot more. They're attempting to come for a lot more, and they're not gonna stop until they feel like they get a whole bunch more money from different sporting leagues, and then I guess they're gonna move on to the government again. So I'm not mad at it, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. I want people to remember. It's almost impossible to do this thing and progress in this country, and we feel like we can only do business with one side. You see what I'm saying? Like black people can't afford to only work with liberal white businesses. Like we just can't afford it. It honestly doesn't even make sense, because the way that these other groups get ahead is they'll take money from anybody. They'll take our money even if they hate us. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they don't need to like us to take our money. They don't need to agree with us politically, financially, socially. They don't care. They want the money because that's what will help them get what they're trying to get. And we have to be a little bit more like that when it comes to, it's not to say, we don't need to take money that comes with an agenda and a script that we need to follow. No, we just take the money, because when we go around and give people our money, we don't give them a list of demands with our money. We just give them our money. That's what we need to do. Take these people's money and keep it pushing. Don't give them any power in the organization. Take the money. I don't know what stipulations the NFL has with the money that they gave to Ice Cube and his organization, but I'm hoping that they kept it honest. I hope Cube didn't fall for the okie doke, which he's a smart dude, so I don't think that he would. But like I said, we need to be open to working with all sides when it comes to us fundraising for our causes.